Hello, my name is David Batten, and today I'd like to demo my volunteer tracking application that I've been working on. It's not complete, but this is just kind of a sprint check-in to kind of show you what I've done since the last video. So to start off, I kind of want to show you what I've been working on and where I'm at in this project. So we started off with doing user registration and then followed by the user email verification and setting up the login. Um, Logically, I needed to be able to register before I could log in, and then once I can log in and go through the verification and authenticate, then I wanted to be able to add in security. That way when I'm going in between each of the activities, I can verify that the user is still authenticated and he can have access to what he is, or deny him access if he's not authenticated. And that's kind of where I left off at my last video with this point. So I've been pretty busy. I added in some editing for user profile, just very basic stuff here. You can change your password and you can also change your email address. And I merged that back in, and when I got done with it, and I started on this new branch, which after this video I'm going to be merging back in and then beginning my next sprint. So this last bit here that says featured Firebase and Firestore, that's what I intended to do, but I had too many troubles trying to implement all of that, and due to the sake of time, I reverted back to an SQLite database, as I'm more familiar with that and needed just to get a database at this point up and running so I can finish this project on schedule. And then in the future I'll go back and add in the cloud database as I have some more time to figure that out. So what we have here, this is the add event activity that I created. I think I'll in the settings activity for editing, and you can see that I have some of the database stuff here. But let me kind of show you what the UI looks like, and I kind of walk you through in the design tool. So once we're logged in, this is going to take you to the signed in activity. We can either view reports or add event. View reports is not implemented yet. That's part of my next sprint. But we're going to click on add events, and that's going to take us to this add event activity. And if I scroll down just a little bit here on this, you can get a better idea of what's going on. We're going to enter in an event name, the American Legion post number. This little screen right here in the middle is actually a drop down menu that's going to let you pick which organization that you belong to. You can click on the date picker to pick a date of the event, and hours, mileage, money earned, and any comments, and hit to save. So I plan on working on the UI some more later. At this time I felt it was important that I get the infrastructure taken care of, and then I can come back and clean up the UI. I just needed something there that I can enter in data and actually save with for now. So, and the password reset. So when that go on that screen, it just enter in your email and hit confirm, and that will kick off a email that you can check your password and get it changed. Here's the resend verification email in case you didn't get authenticated or didn't get the email to authenticate, then you can resend it again. We just saw the signed in. We'll look at account settings. Now on this window here, you've got a couple of options. You can enter in your email address and current password and hit save. Actually, that won't do anything. What you can do is you can enter in a new password, or by hitting change password, and it will your email address, and it will take you to the reset password. You can enter in a new email address and your current password and hit save, and it will save for you. I plan on coming back and revisiting this and make it more intuitive when I have a little bit more time. Again, most of this project this far is getting down the proof of concept and getting the core logic down. And that was register. We already saw login previously, but I'll show it to you. Just email, password with a sign in button. You can register. Click on the forgot password or resend verification. So let's take a look at the database. just a simplistic check-in for a database, nothing fancy, just an SQLite instance of it. Only one, a singleton pattern right here. We've got the event DAO, and event's my data model. That's what I'm saving. I'm currently using the insert, and I'm getting and printing a list in the console to verify that everything's working. And we come on down here to the event itself. Made some changes here. I had to add in the room items that I needed in order to connect to the SQLite database, and all the annotations, getters and setters. I also implemented parsable so that I can pass the event between events activities, between the add event activity and the signed in activity. The event repository, which just kind of wraps up the handling of talking to the DAO and the database. And to further abstract some of this, I made this event view model, which is going to make it a little bit easier to interact with when I'm actually inside my activities doing things. So let's go over here to the login activity. Nope, that's not the one. The signed in activity. So what we're going to do is when we click on that signed in, we're creating a new intent, and we're starting it, but we're for a result, and we're looking for this result right here, this request code. So we're going to come over there, and we're going to come in here, and basically we got down here to the onSave event. Once we get all that text entered that I showed you on the XAML file, we're going to get all that data from the screen, and we're going to set it to the event. I do plan on redoing the UI and adding in a lot more error handling and checking in future sprints, but this one I wanted to focus on getting the database up and running. Here we get the data all put together in the event. We're going to create the intent. We're going to add a result canceled if it did not get created appropriately. I'm doing that by just checking if the event UI is created for now. And then I'm replying OK, and I'm sending the event back. And you can see here's the put extra, and I'm passing in the reply, and then I'm passing the event back. And that's what the parsable's for, is for passing objects between activities. So we will come back to signed in activity, and down here on activity result, let me zoom in and get a little bit better look at what's going on here. So once we get a result back, what we're going to do is we're going to check the code. If we get this back and the result code is okay, then we're going to extract that data, the event that was parceled and packed up, and we're going to extract that from the intent. And then we're going to insert it into our database using the wrapper, the view model wrapper that I made. Otherwise, it's just going to pop up a toast message and show you that it's not there. So now let me get this up and running. Well, I like running in debugger mode when I'm editing and showing things, so I get some more information. Just in case there is an error, I'll have a little bit more information. So I need to sign in. So I'm going to enter my email address, and my development password for this project is QWERTY. So we can see on the screen. Now I told you I was using get all events, and I'm printing that right here. If we go into the sign in code, which I'm in now, and I go into the onCreate method, so here we're on create. I'm getting all the events from the database, and this is where I'm printing them out right here, and that's the size of the number. So you can see I have 4 events already here, and if I zoom in a little bit more for you, you can see that, you know, I've got the IDs, the UIDs that's being created. That's the organizations, the post, the date, the name, the duration, all the information that I have. Here's our second event. So we've got 4 of them in there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on Add Event. And this is going to open up this window. Ooh, I clicked on the wrong button. This is part of that error handling I need to go back into and check a little bit more. All right, so let's put in an event name. I'm going to drop down here for the different organizations. I'm going to say, let's go post 10. We're going to click on a date. And I know it's not Christmas date in October, but that's what I'm going to use. And duration, let's say we were there for 5.5 hours. Mileage, 23.4. Let's say we raised $1,000. And say it was an awesome party. So, and now I'm going to hit the save button. You can see that it closed and it came back to here. And list of events in my log is now 5. So let's take a look at that and see if we can actually find the Christmas party. American Legion Riders, name, party. If we keep scrolling, this is it right here. So that's our event ID that was created. Here's the American Legion. That's the organization we chose. We put in post 10. I did 10 because I usually do 19 and I wanted it to easily make it stand out. There's the date that we picked. There's the name of the event, the duration, the mileage, the money earned, and the comments. So the next part of this for the upcoming sprint is I'm going to add the view reports activity. And what I want to be able to do with that is query the database by dates or by month, year, whatever needs to be done. I might just start with beginning date and end date and let you pick that, and that will kind of cover the broad spectrum for this upcoming sprint. And then maybe I can kind of customize it, make some more user-friendly options in the future. But the idea is that we can query these reports or the data that I'm saving to the database, and then we can kind of congregate all that information into a summary, total hours, total whatever, total money, and then send an email to send all that summary in an email. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.